What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we completed some shrines here in the Wasteland region, and well, with only 6 more left in the entire game, let's see if we can't complete a few more, shall we? I've gone ahead and marked 3 of them on my map, and I want to be kind of quick about this because I know for a fact that tonight, there is going to be a Blood Moon event. So my goal is to complete 2 shrines here in the Wasteland region, then make my way over to that shrine back in the Ridgeland region that can only be unlocked during a blood moon. That way we can finally get that one out of the way, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll have like enough time to do one more shrine on top of that. We'll have to see, but I think we should be able to do it. Now, one thing I do want to mention, now that we're back in this area, is someone pointed out that these weird piles of disgusting whatever, they're not actually remains or anything like that. It's actually just this lady's failed cooking experiments. Believe it or not, if you talk to her, she'll give you like different recipes and stuff like that, but they're all bad recipes, I believe, that if you try to cook them, will leave you with dubious food, which is pretty much useless. So yeah, I wouldn't trust her when it comes to cooking. Like, seeing what's back there, not a good sign, man. Not a good sign. Now, you know what's kind of strange? The very first shrine that we're going to now is also related to the in-game time. I believe this particular shrine can only be activated within like the span of an hour or so. Yeah, we do need to be quick about it. And yes, I realize that back there that was like a thing to get a Korok seed. I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again if anyone new is tuning in. I'm saving the Korok seeds until like their own dedicated video, so don't worry, I'll go back and get that one later. I always get comments about that, like, anytime I pass up a Korok seed, so I just wanted to mention that now before you guys leave me angry hate comments. I know about it, don't worry, guys, you're in good hands. Alright, let's grab a flame blade real quick, just so we can keep ourselves nice and warm. We probably will need to swap into, like, one of our snow quill, tunics anyways, just because we're gonna end up going higher and higher into this mountainous region, and of course, the higher we get, the colder it's going to get, so yeah, we'll swap eventually, but we'll go as long as we can with just the flame blade. So while we make our way up there, I do want to mention 2 things. 1, I'm officially back from vacation. Like, I was gone for a week and a half. All the videos that went up while I was away were all pre-recorded. This is like the first video of me being back playing the game, so it is actually my first time like playing this game in a week and a half, I would say. I did bring the Switch with me on vacation, and my goal was to like do a lot of grinding stuff while I was down there, but that didn't really happen, which brings me to point number 2. What I started doing last night, and what I'll probably continue doing for the next couple of nights, is on my Twitch channel, I've been just like streaming, playing the game, grinding for various different materials. So if you want to see that and you're interested, there probably is a link in the description of this video that will take you to my Twitch channel. There you can follow me and get alerted anytime I decide to live stream, which probably will be a lot since I do need to grind a lot. Anyways, over there is our pedestal. What we can do though is head right over here and check out this notebook, which will actually give us the quest for that shrine. Read the mountain peak log? Well, don't mind if I do. This is a log of my findings concerning the shrine that sleeps on a snowy Gerudo peak. Discovery log, day 1. I come to the snowy mountain intending to find the ancient shrine that was written about in an old text. The shrine slumbers near the pedestal on a snowy Gerudo peak. I believe I've arrived at the pedestal mentioned in the passage. Discovery log, day 7. It has been 7 days since I arrived at the pedestal mentioned in the ancient texts. Unfortunately, I'm eating through my food provisions more quickly than I anticipated. On a brighter note, I have found an explanation in the source text that may be the key to this riddle. When the snowy mountain pedestal glows, cast a cold shadow onto its core. I noticed a faint glow in the pedestal for a short while each day, but how to cast a cold shadow onto its core? It seems that this calls for further research here. Discovery log, day, I've lost count. I can feel that I'm a hair's breadth away from unlocking the secrets hidden within the pedestal. I am certain that casting and cold refer to using a specific type of shadow. But I've run out of food entirely, and I doubt now that I ever had the tools to do the job, whatever they might be. Alright, so a lot of information there, and that does give us the Secret of the Snowy Peaks shrine quest. What you want to do is just, grab one of these snowballs and make the shadow of the snowball hit the dead center of this pedestal, which is kinda tricky to do. This one might actually be too small. Dang, I feel like that should have done it. Alright, let's put this one down. Well, I really hope that's not the one that I needed. I think this one over here is actually a little bit bigger. Obviously, if you are having trouble, you can, like, roll it around in the snow to make it a little bit bigger. But hopefully, this guy will give us the shadow that we need. So let's do this quick before it disappears. There we go, got it. And ta-da, there's our shrine. And of course, that's going to complete that shrine quest. I'm actually kind of curious because I know for a fact that there are several shrines that I've completed that technically do have quests to go along with them. It's just that I've never actually activated the quest. There was one recently back in the Wasteland region. There is an NPC at Kara Bazaar. If we talked to him, he would have given us a quest to find a shrine inside one of those sandstorms. Now, we already completed that shrine, but, we didn't actually complete the quest that goes along with it. I think if we go back and talk to that NPC, though, we'll, like, get the shrine and then automatically complete the quest, like, the second we get it. So, not a huge deal. Just figured I would mention that. Anyways, hey, a Moonlight Scimitar. Not bad. You know what? I kind of want that because while I was grinding, I did go through several of my weapons, and I sort of replaced them with, you know, anything I could find. A lot of it isn't really that great, so I'll take the scimitar over the lightning rod just because I really do not like the rod weapons at all. They're not my favorite by any means, mainly because they're like really weird to use. So they're kind of like a close range weapon similar to, say, the Master Sword, but they also have a ranged element to them as well, because if you swing them, they'll shoot like 3 projectiles out directly in front of you in sort of a diagonal fan formation, which on paper sounds really good, but the thing is, like, the rod weapons are generally speaking pretty weak, and I just, like, can't think of a good combat scenario where using one would be more effective than any other weapon in the game. Like, the only thing that would come to mind is if you were, like, fighting multiple enemies at the same time, but even then, using a dual-handed weapon and just spin attacking seems to be way more efficient to me. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about those weapons in the comments down below, because I am curious if, like, any of you guys prefer the rods over other types of weapons in the game, because they are kind of hard to come by, I've noticed. That being said, though, check it out. We're making our way towards the final Maze Shrine. It's finally time. And hey, the Master Sword is back. I did actually drain it during my grinding session on stream, so glad that that is back. Now, since we are approaching this maze from the sky, might as well make it easy on ourselves and drop down right next to this section of malice. To you who sets foot here, my blessing awaits you at the labyrinth's end. So yeah, by landing right here, we've essentially completed this labyrinth already because, well, guess what? The shrine is right over here. This is actually one of the easiest maze shrines to go through, so even if you don't come at it from above, you should have, like, no problem navigating through here and making your way to the shrine itself. There's really not a whole lot standing in your way. There might be some enemies sprinkled here and there, but, there's no guardians or sentries that you need to worry about like there were in the, last maze shrine that we went through. That being said, let's see what's inside this chest. So, check it out. Inside is the final piece of the Barbarian Armor set. Now, of course, that does give you the same effects as wearing the Fierce Deity armor, but here's the thing. All the amiibo armor sets take, like, really rare and hard to find materials to upgrade, whereas the Barbarian set, while it does have materials that are kind of hard to come by, they're way more common and easier to get than, the stuff required to upgrade the amiibo armor sets, because amiibo need, like, you know, gemstones, star fragments, even dragon parts, so stuff that's, like, not easy to come by, or if you are going to grind for it, it does, like, take a massive amount of time. I know, because that is something that I was doing last night on stream, so yeah, man, it's not fun if you want to max out all your amiibo armor sets, let me tell you. That being said, though, let's make our way over to that purple pin, because that actually is where the shrine that's activated under a blood moon is located, and, well, it is turning nighttime, so hopefully by the time we get there, it should be around 9 p.m., and I believe that's when we can actually activate the pedestal. As long as it's a blood moon night, I think the pedestal remains active from 9 p.m. all the way onward to, I want to say, 2 a.m. the following day. So even if you do it after the blood moon has taken place, you should still be able to activate the pedestal for a couple hours. But to play it safe, yeah, we're going to go there early. And did I just see some silent princesses? Indeed I did. I'll grab those, thank you very much. Now, I actually do not remember if I showed this off or not yet, so in case I haven't, let's just use Rivali's Gale and glide right over to the top of one of those weird mushroom-looking things, because, on top of that, we're gonna find our boy Cass, and he will give us the quest for this specific shrine. I don't think I've already talked to him. I'm pretty sure I just mentioned this, like, as we were going through this area, and didn't actually go to it, so yeah. There's also, like, another cool thing that you can sort of check out if you have some extra time up here, but it's not really required, not really that useful to us now, since we're sort of at the end of the game anyways. But if you're looking for Cass, well, there's sort of like a diary up here that you can read, and he basically tells you where you can find him. Alright, how you doing, old buddy, old pal? Oh, excuse me, was that a bit rough on the ears?
Oh.
Ah, you've done well climbing all the way up here. I know a song about this place. Well, would you like to hear the ancient verse passed down in this region? You know I would. Excellent.
Oh.
Without further ado. When the moon bleeds and the fiends are reborn, the monks will invite you as they have sworn. But first you must stand on the pedestal bare, with nothing between you and the night air. When the moon bleeds, I wonder what that means. May the light illuminate your path. Thank you so much, Cass. But, yeah, the notebook that I was talking about, it's right over here. So, you can read this and, figure out, like, all the different areas where Cass is, which may be useful if you're not, like, this late in the game and have already basically found, the Cass shrine quests. Anyways, now that we're about done, let's just gently glide down here. It's almost 9 p.m., so no point in, like, starting a fire and waiting until nighttime. Also, it's raining, so I probably couldn't even do that unless I stood, like, right underneath this giant weird mushroom thing. But, yeah, as soon as it turns 9 p.m., we should be able to activate this shrine. So, like the song said, we need to stand on this thing bare, as it were. So, essentially, remove all of your armor and, stand, like, dead center in this thing in your underwear. You can keep on your weapons and stuff like that. Those don't really make a difference. It's just the armor that you need to remove. So, once it ticks over to 9 p.m., this thing should light up. There we go. And now, let's quickly just remove all of our armor. That way, you know, we can activate this pedestal. And bam, we've done it! Alright, so let's actually put on our armor again, just because obviously I do not want to walk directly into the shrine with nothing equipped. I think this actually might be a combat shrine too, but that does complete the Under a Red Moon shrine quest. So let's go inside and do what we gotta do. Hopefully by the time we're like done with this shrine, the blood moon will take place. I do know that if you stay inside a shrine past 12 a.m., the blood moon actually won't take place till the next evening, so you can sort of use that to your advantage. But I actually do want the blood moon to take place because, well, judging from the timer, we probably will have enough time to take on that fourth shrine. And that fourth shrine is sort of guarded by a pretty tough world boss that I'm looking forward to fighting. So, yeah, we'd be kind of silly to go and fight that before a blood moon happens, because then obviously it's just going to respawn. Anyways, let's take on this mini guardian. It's only a moderate test of strength, so 1500 HP, not that big of a deal. I did not mean to do a jump attack. I was trying to sidestep, but I guess I tapped the control stick a little bit too much forward. And wow, okay, that really did not work out for me at all now, did it? Thankfully, I only lost like a quarter heart, but I feel like I could have done that way better. Whatever though, we can just spin around this guy like a Beyblade, dealing a ton of damage with our giant Boko club or whatever the heck we have, and there we go. Already took him down to like 500 HP, so that worked out fairly well, I guess. I mean, the beginning of the fight didn't really go that well, but everything else, we're doing a-okay. Let's see if we can chunk him down a little bit more. Oh man, my club broke. Alright, let me grab, I'll just use the Scimitar of the 7. I know this is technically Urbosa's weapon, but pretty sure it can take out that Guardian, no problem. Alright, so now we are done with that. And I will gladly take all of these ancient materials. Love the ancient gears, man, because you know your boy needs some ancient gears to level up his Guardian armor set that I kind of want to max out, even though I probably won't use it anyways, but whatever. Let's see what's inside this chest. And it's a Frostblade. Cool. You know what? I'm actually kind of okay with leaving that there, just because I really just don't care for the Frostblades at all, man. I really wish the weapons that were inside the shrines were a little bit better, because here's the thing. I feel like I do this a lot, where I go into a particular shrine, whether that be a combat shrine, or a walk-in, walk-out shrine, or even like a normal shrine, where I'll find a weapon, and I'll just like leave it inside the chest that's there, or I'll drop it on the ground somewhere later on in the shrine, because I really just don't need it at all, or don't want it because it's like super weak. I feel like I do that a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if like 25% of the shrines that I've gone through and completed, I've just like left a weapon inside a chest somewhere along the line because I really didn't care for it. And holy crud, it's only 10 p.m. Oh man, I guess we will need to waste some time for that blood moon then, huh? So let's travel back towards Gerudo Town, I guess, since obviously the next couple of shrines are in the Wasteland region. And hey, there's that blood moon. But yeah, while we're there trying to waste some time, check it out. We do have 5 spirit orbs. And guess what? We're missing 1 heart container from Max, so I mean, why not just like get the upgrade while we're there, right? It sort of makes sense to do so, and then afterwards I can find like a cooking pot or a campfire or something to hopefully pass time until the next day. Let me actually mark where the next shrine is. It's right over here by these dunes, so I'll mark that with a nice red pin, and we'll make our way over there in just a moment. First things first, let's grab our Gerudo garb again. That way, you know, we can sneak inside the city without anyone noticing us, and use that goddess statue that we used pretty much in the last episode, I want to say. Again, I know for you guys, like, the last video went up yesterday, but for me, the last time I played this game was like a week and a half ago, so I really don't remember what I did at all, but I'm pretty sure I did use this statue in the previous episode, so we're gonna use it again and get ourselves that final heart container. This is a pretty big moment in the game, guys. I mean, think about it. We just maxed out our health meter. 30 heart containers, guys. 10 more than like any other Zelda game. Freaking awesome. And on top of that, we can still upgrade our stamina meter one more time, which we'll do once we get the remaining 3 spirit orbs. That's right, there's only 3 shrines left for us in the entire game. That's nuts. And well, it's soon to be 2 because we're going to one next. Now, let's see, it's already like 11:30ish, and I actually don't know if there's a cooking pot around here. I'm sure there is, I'm just not sure where it is off the top of my head, so, I guess we'll just wait it out and have the blood moon pass naturally. Not a huge deal anyways. I do need to hitch a ride on one of these sand seals, but, we'll do that as soon as this sort of blood moon event passes. Look at it up there, all menacing. Ooh, scary stuff, man. Alright, there we go, finally. And we'll just skip over the scene because we've seen it like a million times already. Funny thing, I may have actually said this before, but, so, yeah, that shrine was tied to a blood moon event, right? Now, what I didn't tell you is that, between when I first mentioned that shrine like several videos ago and, this blood moon, there have actually been like 2 or 3 other blood moons that took place. The only problem is, like, those blood moons took place in between videos off screen when I was, like, grinding or doing other things that, wouldn't have been that entertaining for a video. So, yeah, a couple blood moons did happen. I just had to wait for one to happen, like, while I was recording. And hey, Kilton's shop is over there. I kind of do want to talk to Kilton because now that we've sort of completed all 4 of the Divine Beasts, we can get something very, very cool from him. But I think I'm going to hold off on that and, like, dedicate that particular thing to its own video, because there's something kind of cool that you can get to go along with the stuff you get from Kilton, and you can only get that inside Hyrule Castle, and it does involve like a bunch of stuff going through the castle itself. So I do want to take care of that before we go and fight Ganon, but I also want to dedicate that to like its own almost side quest like video, just because I think a lot of people will sort of like it if I do it that way. And I know that sounds very vague, but I'm being that way for a reason. Anyways, directly in front of us is where we need to go, but there's sort of like a ridge in our way, so we'll take the long way around, which is not a bad thing because some enemies probably will spawn where we're going since it is nighttime, which is kind of unfortunate because here's the deal, like the second we get close to those pillars, a world boss is gonna spawn. So yeah, this is a Molduga. These guys are dangerous. They're probably one of the only enemies that could still potentially one-hit you this late into the game. So yeah, be very, very careful. Now, I'm actually surprised no skeletons have spawned yet. Oh, there they are. I really shouldn't have said anything because I just like jinxed myself. Alright, let's play it safe, get rid of these guys first, then we'll deal with the Molduga because I do not want these guys like shooting me or bothering me while I'm fighting a freaking world boss, for crying out loud. Alright, I think they're gone, so let's grab our circular remote bomb. This boss is attracted to like sound vibrations, which thankfully our bombs do cause. So when he goes up in the air, eats the bomb, explode it, that should stun him, and now we can run up to him, go in with whatever is the strongest like two-handed weapon you have, and just let him have it. Use Urbosa's Fury. Holy crap, we might actually be able to one-cycle him here. And oh no, oh no. Oh, I got way too greedy there. Dude, I thought I could get the one cycle for sure. He's so close. He's literally one hit away. I desperately need some food. Holy crap. Let's eat that up. Thank goodness. I'll take that full recovery. Alright, and you need to die, my friend. Like, get the heck out of here. Thank goodness. Alright. Oh, and I'm actually freezing to death too. That's cool. Sorry, Link. I didn't even realize it was so cold. Let me grab my snow quill tunic and get ready because, yeah, he's about to eat that bomb again. Blow him up, and look at him, man. He was literally one hit away. Like, I guess he's not as hard as I sort of expected him to be, but yeah, they do still put out a ton of damage if you're not careful like I am and you get too greedy. That being said though, they give you a lot of stuff like fins and other Molduga like enemy drops, which are pretty valuable, not gonna lie. Alright, so inside chest number 1 is a Royal Halberd. It's actually pretty nice. I kind of want to get that, so let's see what I can drop here. This stupid blizzard rod, get the heck out of here. And I have 2 of these, so goodbye, my friend. I will gladly take whatever is inside these chests. Even though they're halberds and generally speaking, I don't like the spear type weapons, they're better than like both of the things that I dropped, so I'll take them. Alright, now that the Molduga is gone, and well, we've pretty much defeated every other enemy in this area for now. What you want to do is grab a flame weapon or use fire arrows, and there's some torches like around the rocks in this area. I believe there's 4 of them in total. So yeah, just walk around and light all the torches on fire. That's really all there is to it. Once you do that, the shrine will spawn, and that's basically all there is to it. Now, I'm not sure, but you might theoretically be able to do this without fighting the Molduga, but let's be honest, that's kind of insane. Like, why would you actually try that? You would probably get, like, eaten by the Molduga way too frequently to actually be able to pull that off. Like, you might be able to do it if you have a ton of food and some decent armor, but, I would just much rather fight the Molduga. That being said, here is our shrine. You know, it's kind of funny because, when I was planning out these videos, like, obviously I was trying to pre-record as many videos as I could before I went on vacation, that way I didn't miss a single upload, right? So I sort of cut a couple of corners here and there. The videos were sometimes a little bit shorter, and, the shrines that I chose to do were a little bit easier than the shrines that, are left, so to speak. Basically, what I'm saying is, the past sick version of me that's trying to record a million videos is a giant jerk, because past Matt left all, like, the harder shrines to plan for future Matt to take care of, and now, present Matt is having to deal with all those shrines, so thanks a lot, past version of self. You're a giant jerk. Anyways, got ourselves a golden bow. Not bad, I will gladly take that. Swallow bows and, like, golden bows have longer range than pretty much any other bow in the game, minus like 1 or 2 other special bows. So I'm always happy to pick those up because they're good for, you know, farming dragon parts and stuff like that. I generally like to keep 1 or 2 long-range bows on hand at any given time, just because they do have some very specific uses that are worth hanging on to. It's the same reason why, like, I keep a torch on hand at all times, just because somewhere along the line, a torch is going to come in handy, so you should always have one with you. That being said, though, now that we're done, there's only, like, well, 2 more shrines in the entire game. Think about that. Crazy, right? One of them, of course, is here in the Wasteland region, and that last shrine is all the way up north in, I believe, the Hebrew region. That's the one that I was saving as our 120th shrine, so we'll finally be tackling that one, probably within, like, the next video, so look forward to that, guys. For now, though, now that we're back here at Gerudo City, I think this is where I'm going to end off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my videos, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.